Morning everyone, welcome to another episode of Here's Too Many Games. It is currently 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to set off to pick Dan and Dave for the video game market in Leeds. So this is the full plan. So obviously when we get to Leeds, time permitting, we're going to go to the game market, spend quite a few hours there. Then we might leave a smidgen early because we plan to do at least 3 CEXs, maybe 4 CEXs. So we're going to be in Leeds literally a good 7 hours and obviously going to come back. So I'm going to be on the move all day. So it's going to be a long day, but hopefully a successful one. Anyway, welcome to PS Too Many Games.
PS Too Many Games.
Really? Really? Straight in, lads? Fucking hell. Fuck it, you know who I am. We're finally made to Leeds with 15 minutes to spare, so that worked out quite well. I got Pinky in the brain here, you decided which one's which. You're Pinky. See, that was cold as balls. This is what happens when we sell 800 pre-door tickets. It's a fucking massive queue. So this is hell on earth at the moment. There is literally hundreds of people here. This is probably the biggest game market and probably the most densely populated game market I've been to. But I've done very well. I'm trying to film as well as I can, but you can't understand we're queuing the walk here, so it's going reasonably well. Wow, that's a box that's been unfocused. Sorry, there's a lot of PS2 stuff here this year, and I have spent pretty much what I was going to spend already. So I'm now going around to see if there's anything I actually need. To put it in context, guys, we just left. It's about 1:30ish we left, and they're still queuing quite strongly to get in with only like a few hours left. So yeah. Welcome, guys, to PS2 Games. Welcome to the 1,000 subscribers special. Once again, thank you very much for those who subscribed the last year, and of course the 1 year anniversary. This hopefully will be planned to come out on the 9th of February, because that is literally our 1 year anniversary of the creation of this channel. So it's amazing how it's worked out, to be honest. It's amazing how it's worked out. So we are here for the main reason, the Leeds gaming market, which proved to be fantastic for me personally. Before we go on sleep, I did buy quite a few games. All in all, in Leeds, I managed to pick up 26 games. 11 at the actual gamer market and 15 at 3 different CEXs. You will obviously see those in the future episodes. Probably 3 episodes, maybe 4. Depends how much time I have, and depends how basically on what to present it, if you will. But as you can tell by my demeanour, it went fantastically well. And just want to say for now, generally speaking, nearly all the footage was recorded by Dave. There are a few snippets of mine. I need to give to Dave. But the majority of these episodes was all recorded by Dave. I just basically grabbed a little bit because I was more concerned about buying, because there was 800 pre-entry tickets. So let's just get into it. So it took us. You'll see at the start of this episode, because I think I did the start of this episode. I recorded at 5 o'clock in the morning. We basically left Dan's at 7. We got there for like 11:15. 11 o'clock was opening doors. We got there, and the queue to get in for the pre-tickets was fucking massive. Prior knowledge, all 800 pre-opening tickets, 11 o'clock starts, they all got sold. So there was 800 people at the start, and it never got smaller. When 12 o'clock came, and then like general entry started getting bigger. Luckily, it was a reasonably large room. About as big as Doncaster, maybe bigger than Doncaster from last year. Thank God. I will say one thing. Doncaster last year, the body odour was horrific. This year, it was much better. There was no issue with body odour in the room. So that was a humongous plus, because last year, that hit you in the face like a freight train. It was horrific. This is probably the best game market I've been to, because I've been to quite a few. Norwich is good because it was local. London was alright, but it's too small. Doncaster was the best one before this. This is by far the best one I've been to, for many reasons. For the space, for the quality of games on sale. This was by far the biggest for quality and quantity. PS2 especially, the amount of different stores doing PS2, but there was mainly free stores that did high-end PS2 stuff. Hopefully they record them because that's where most of this came from. I think I bought from 6 different stalls. I will say a couple of things before we actually start getting into the games, though. Once again, at the gaming market, there were some stalls who were charging out fair prices, because I expected to pay a little bit above what you would pay at CEX for certain games, especially rare ones. I understand that. I don't mind doing that. There was a couple of stalls that were just going for the hard fleece. If you remember, one of the episodes last time, I listed some of the games I wanted, and one of them was Mr. Mosquito. And there was a copy of Mr. Mosquito there, but the store wanted me to pay £25 above what you would pay at a CEX. That's taking the fucking piss. £10? Maybe. £25? No, that's just going for the fleece. Going for the hard fleece. And there were other stores which had more expensive PS2 games for more average, acceptable prices. So there was a couple of stores there where they were taking the piss. The majority of stores were fair priced, but there were some people who were just going there for the hard fleece. Prices for a lot of stuff has gone through the roof in the last year. It's very noticeable. PS2 is it's alright. We're gauging about 15 to 20% on certain games. And on really rare ones, massive increases. I fully expected that. A lot of YouTubers there, I don't meet them in person because how can I put this? I know other YouTubers what they look like, but I don't want to bother them. Let them do what they do. Let them do their hunting. Let them do their viewing. Let them do their recording. That's how we do it. I will say, if the quality of the video is not good, it's because there was not much space to fill. I can't emphasise this. So many aisles were literally... There was a couple of times where I felt like I was on the Japanese bullet train, where they just literally forced them into the bullet train. It's like, get the fuck in that train! But, truth be told... We were there for about 3 hours. We left about 1-ish. No, 2 hours. 1:30. The main reason for that is that me and myself and Dan, actually found everything we wanted or spent as much as we wanted to. Obviously, I had a budget. I had a reasonably good budget. It was going to be half of the game market, half of the CEXs. That kind of worked out pretty well. I blew through that budget inside the first hour. And I did that because I saw what I wanted and I bought it straight away. There wasn't real high-end games I bought. I went for more quantity this time because there were some titles I've never seen before in person. And I was like, I want that. Get it now. And you'll see at the end throughout this episode, a lot of these games I've never mentioned before. Some of these games I've never seen before. There's some really not so much weird, but some unique games. But anyway, I enjoyed the majority of that day. There was a bit in the evening I didn't enjoy. I'll tell you that in the future. Something horrific happened. I'll tell you that in the future once I get past some issues. If as long as nothing happens, I'll tell you about it. But I'm not going to tell you about it for about 2 weeks. Dan and Dave were in the car when this happened, so it's they know. But we'll tell that in the future. But for now, what we're going to do, we're going to throw to an ad break, and then we're going to come to the other side because we're going to need a bit of time to go through all these 11 games. See you on the other side. So as I said, 11 games from the gaming market, which is any time you go to one place and get double-digit games, especially at this point when we're fast approaching 1,400, That's a massive win. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent. All I'll tell you is I did spend over 3 figures at this game market. So you can roughly gauge, because we're going to go through like price-wise what I spent altogether. So we're not going to go in any particular order. I'll leave one game till last, and you'll see the reason why. But now let's go through them one by one. So game number 1, we'll start off a bit Soviet. We'll start off with the Red Star. As you can see, hopefully you can see this. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. £6 pay for this. Probably more than what would have got a CEX, but this is the first time I've seen this game. I have no prior knowledge of this game. Zoom in. It looks kind of interesting. It's a shoot. It looks like a shooting game, so I will give it a crack at some point. But once again, getting some of these games, like the obscure games of the collection, that aren't like super expensive. That's what these game markets are all about. These game markets are there to find stuff you've never seen before, snatch that shit up, and go, nice. That's pretty much what this game market is all about. Game number 2, Frequency. £4 pay for this one. Made by Harmonix, the same people who obviously made Guitar Hero. I don't know if this is pre-Guitar Hero or post-Guitar Hero. I'm going to assume pre. Yeah, 2001. This is very much pre. So, never played this game. Obviously, it's all about music frequency and, obviously, I'm going to assume songs. 25 levels of addictive gameplay. I'll fucking see about that. Amazing graphics, fuck off. And killer tunes. Just 3 lives. just 3 lives. Featuring tracks from the amazing Jungle Brothers. I ain't got a clue who that is. Paul Oakenfold. No Doubt. I think I know who No Doubt is. Dub Pistols. Okay. And of course, the sensational Orbital. On the back there. To be honest, apart from like No Doubt, I've never heard of these groups, so it can't be like high pitched. Obviously £4, so it can't be that good either. But didn't have it now. Very happy. Game number 3, a game that intrigues me. Swords of Destiny. Pay £9. I'll check prices at CX at some point. I'll probably pay a little more for most of these like cheaper games. I don't care. Once again, first time I've seen them, snap that shit up. But I'm actually intrigued by Sword of Destiny. It's an Atari game. Distributed by Atari, but published by Rising Star Games. I am intrigued. I'm slightly saddened by the way it's been the actual inlay's been treated. It's a little rough, but as long as the disc is inside, which it is, always check your disc, by the way. Retro Ghetto found that out from CEX. Oh my god. Yeah, so very happy to have this. Since we mentioned it, side note, because obviously something obviously, if you're watching this, you most likely watch Retro Ghetto. One of the 3 CX we went to did have a copy of God of War 2 Special Edition. That's the main reason I went there. When I got there, it was not the Special Edition. It was a Platinum Edition. The people behind the till couldn't tell the difference between Special Edition and Platinum Edition. Consequently, the next day, Retro Ghetto released a video from like the market and such, and the last game he got was, supposedly, God of War 2 Special Edition, and it was the case. He opened it up and found there was no discs in there. The people from CEX forgot to put the discs in the game. that just screams CEX sometimes. I mean, mistakes do happen, but putting the discs in the case should be paramount in any kind of sale. Obviously, when we get the C3 CXs, I'll tell you how that went. Yeah. Game number 4, Future Tactics: The Rising. I don't know having these like cartoonish covers is a good thing or a bad thing. Usually, from prior knowledge, it's a bad thing. I did pay £10 for this. Once again, I don't know if I paid that or above. Once again, I don't really care. Obviously, disc inside with a manual too. First words on the back: take your turn saving the world. Question number 1. Apparently, we've got to take turns saving the world. We don't have a choice. So, I don't know when my turn is, but can I pass that turn? Someone else take my turn to save the world. I will admit. And obviously it's PS2, so the graphics aren't going to be amazing these days, but these graphics, by PS2 standards, look fucking shite. I'm just beyond caring today. I'm in a good mood. So Future Tactics, paid for, another game out of the collection. Will I probably play it? Probably not. As I said, any game with like childish, like cartoony graphics cover, probably not going to touch. Swiftly moving on. Game number 5, a German copy of this. I'm assuming it's an English version, but I'm not going to play it. But the cover looks amazing. Forgive my pronunciation. Prism Chapter 1: The Dark Unicorn. I mean, the cover art alone looks fucking amazing, apart from the massive sticker they put on the front. But I can get rid of them. Gut gone, if anyone wants to know that. But you can tell it's German because the back is literally fully in German. But as we've learned from most games, most German games they have an English version for, so that's not really a problem. I will actually play it to see if it's got an English version. If it's not in English, I will just like trade it in somewhere else. But once again, only £7 pay for this. So it's a game I've never seen before. So it was worth a try. It was worth a try. Once again, PAL, European, it all counts for me. Now I has it. In all seriousness, if there's any game I actually really want to play myself, PAL-wise, I'll always buy the British version. If it's like games I've got no intention of playing, or games like I'm not interested in, European version will be alright for me. Some people think that's sacrilegious, but you try collecting 2,240 PS2 games. And that's not even the official number, that's the number I keep getting, like, thrown at me, but I think it's much bigger than that, so we'll see. We'll fucking see. Game number 6. I'm assuming how I pronounce this. Forgive the joke. Khan! Barbarian's Blade! Khan! Obviously not Conan. This is Khan. This is Conan's slightly less tall cousin. That's clearly dragging this woman along with him. Okay, this has kind of got that like cartoony graphics, but to be honest, I'm actually kind of intrigued. Quite intrigued by this. Once again, £12 paid. Probably paid over the thing for that. But anything like in a bag, I always check the disc in there. But anything in a bag, I'm almost certain it's going to have a disc in it. I mean, you can hear it. So, very happy to have that. One of those games I hadn't seen before, but I was intrigued by. So, once again, added to the collection. And one of the games I actually will probably try in the future at some point. Sorry. Game number 7. Once again, forgive my pronunciation. Oh, I can't even say that fucking word. Kaya Dark Lineage. You might have noticed I left the slightly cooler looking games to the end. This one actually looks pretty good. Once again, Atari involved, so you never know. But this looks like one of those like fantasy games. Once again, seems pretty good. Seems pretty nice graphics wise. I'm actually kind of intrigued. £15 pay for that one, so I don't know if I paid for the most of that one, but I tried very hard to find games that like I wouldn't find at CEX anytime soon. That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Sadly, no Postman Pat. I know one of my friends has got Postman Pat. One of my people on, so I will eventually get. But I wanted to go to game market, so that's one of those things. Oh, before I forget, when we chose this game market, we naturally assumed that this moved from Doncaster to Leeds, because last year at this time it was Doncaster game market. Consequently, when we got in the building, the first thing we saw was a massive like plinth saying Doncaster Gaming Market coming May. It's like, oh, so they just gone for the greed. I have no problem with that because Doncaster is closer than Leeds was and would be easy to get to. So there's a high probability that in May, myself and Dan will be hitting up the Doncaster Gaming Market for the simple reason that last year's was very enjoyable, had good memories. Plus, Doncaster CEX is one of the best ones around. Sadly, once again, we'll be in Doncaster and we'll be able to touch Doorway to Darkness because that shop we need to fucking hit. But every time we go to the north, we don't touch Doorway to Darkness. It's one of the best retro games and gaming stores in the country. We have to work that out. Maybe even do a weekend. No. Got to a side, I'm sorry. Right. Swiftly moving on once again. Game number 8. A game I've never heard of, but I'm intrigued by. Dead Eye Jim. Allow me to read you the back of this case. It's not that long. Sheriff Dead... Shit. This is literally the only information on the back of this case. Sheriff Dead Eye Jim always gets his man. I bet he does. Out here in the Wild West, the bandits are at it again. Well, that's what they would do. They live in the Wild West. Chaos, causing havoc across the desert's towns, leaving a trail of destruction. What kind of bandits are these? Help Dead-Eye Jim catch the bandits and put a stop to the chaos that has been brought upon his town. 5 lines. Simple as that. Literally no more information on the back. And I am very much intrigued. I will play this game. And I paid £14 for this. Probably paid way too much for it, but fuck it. Who cares? Game number 9 from the gaming market. Many months ago, I'll be pedantic, I picked up Guilty Gear X2. It was on the channel, you know I've got this. At the gaming market, I got the better version, Guilty Gear X2 Reload. I have no idea what the difference is, but I'm assuming this is like the updated, better version. I could be wrong. £14 pay for this, so I hope it's better. I really do. To be honest, I prefer the art of the original. This one looks a bit bland compared to the original, but maybe I'm just being sacrilegious when I say that. But I have it now, so happy once again. Game number 10. There are not many games I look at immediately and go, I'm buying that now. This game was not terribly expensive, but by the name alone, by the cover art, I will play this game at some point. I bought the incredibly imaginative Ninja Bread Man. Look at this, it's fucking awesome. A Ninja Bread Man. A gingerbread man that is a ninja. Once again, allow me to read some, not all, some of the back here. Candyland is under attack. I'm already intrigued, now I'm fully intrigued. Hordes of snapping cupcakes. Yes, that is a line I just said. Hordes of snapping cupcakes, angry bees, and jelly monsters have taken over this once sweet and tasty land. Only one man can stop the evil army of monster cakes. He is one tough cookie. A guy that won't crumble under the pressure. Ninja Bread Man is here. Fuck it, leave it in. Leave it in, Dave. Fuck it. Throw ninja stars to stun enemies, then follow up with a Ninja Bread Man's mighty samurai sword, reducing enemies into a quivering pool of raspberry jam. Okay, yeah. Collect power-ups to increase the power and range of Ninja Bread Man's weapons, and use ninja skills to jump on even high levels. Dash past enemies and find the magic candies. Okay. Can the Ninja Bread Man save the day? Candyland's future depends on you. That is quite possibly the best back story I've had in any PS2 game. I'm not only going to play this at some point, I'm going to play this for the channel. You will see Ninja Bread Man at some point in the future. Fucking incredible. Right, okay, I think I'm back to normal. Okay. Game 11 and the last game of the gaming market. Some of you might have noticed there was not one platinum game in the last 10 games. Consequently, nearly every platinum game there I had. I'm not going to tell you how Dan did. You kind of guess how Dan did with platinums. But I did buy one platinum game. The most expensive game of the day I bought, pretty much. Well, I think it's the most expensive. I could be wrong. I dropped £45 on this, and this is one of the two most expensive platinum games to find, and one of the rarest. I managed to find Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 in platinum. You have no idea how hard it is to find this platinum. It is one of the two most expensive platinums, with obviously Silent Hill 2. Yeah, you know, Silent Hill 2 edition. So I now own both the expensive platinums, which is fantastic because now I've just got to find all the platinums no one wanted, and I've still got about 100 to find. Unlike PS1 plats, they're not as expensive as PS2 plats are not as expensive as PS1 plats. So finally, the other expensive one, also probably one of the rarest PS2 plats at a gaming market, was fantastic. And the best part was I literally spotted it right away. And the chap behind the till, I was like, I got the disc in, he showed me, he's got the disc in, and he goes, I've literally just put this on the shelf. It's like, well, you've just sold it, sir. It's gone. 5 of these games came from this same guy. It was a man and a woman. It was by far the best PS2 stand there. They had a collection of, like, not an expensive PS2, but like a lot of like random stuff. So it was by far the best stand for me. They were literally doing so well, they couldn't keep stuff on the shelf, expensive stuff. Bear in mind, I was only there for the first 2.5 hours. So I can imagine that some people did very well. I also have prior information that some people did not sell as much as they thought they would. and I'm going to put that down to price increases because obviously remember financially for everyone it is a struggle right now. Since the start of this channel, financially things have got tighter for me also. Last year to Doncaster game market I took 300 quid. I didn't take that this time for the simple reason that I had to split it between this and CEX. Generally speaking, I saved about a month. Like usually where I was like the last month I would like buy here and there for like 3 weeks and then buy damn things. I was like just saving kind of thing, you know what I mean? I preempted. So generally speaking, gaming markets, CEXs, small retro stores and car boots is pretty much what I'm aiming for this year. Gaming markets for the obvious reason I'm going to find stuff that's reasonably rare. CEXs because generally speaking they're so much easier to get to and you get lucky at CEXs sometimes. Small stores like obviously Retro Realm in Ipswich and obviously Last Level Games in Norwich who have helped me very well finding certain, especially Platinums. Last Level Games with Platinums have been amazing. And obviously car boots. I didn't do that last year because I was lazy. I'll be perfectly honest, getting up like really early to go to car boots sounded fucking awful. I've got to get past that. Strangely enough, the car boot that Dan goes to, the main one, is probably the best one around. So, and that's about 15 miles away from where I live. So I'm going to be a little more aggressive. Because my local car boots are kind of shit. To be honest, they really are. But anyway, that's 11 games. The hardest platinum find I have found. Well, the expensive one, not the hardest one. Some of the Australian ones are going to be really hard. But I found 11 games, roughly about half my budget for the day spent at the game market. It went perfectly. Well, I want to say perfectly. There was no crabby adventure. Trust me, if there was a crabby adventure, that would have been the first game I bought, and that would have been most budget. But I decided for quantity over quality while I was there. I had two options. What I've also found is that like the cheaper games, like because a lot of these stones have like underneath the table have like boxes full of like PS2 games, not like common ones. A lot of the cheap games I now own. So finding games for reasonably good prices is getting harder. So if you notice, nearly all those games were about like £10 or above. So it adds up in the end. So it's a rare day that I have more than 10 games for one episode. So this is the rarity. So this is quite a good episode. Thank God for the 1,000 subscriber special and the 1 year anniversary. I think we did justice. Once again, thank you for anyone who subscribed in the last year. It means a lot to me and Dave. We never thought we even hit 1,000 subscribers anyway. Doing it inside a year was phenomenal. To put it in context, when we started January, we were sitting at 535. And inside a month, we've double subscriptions. I don't know how. I don't know how. But it's happened. Between that massive boost and then the last CX episode, which also was proved quite popular, this channel has gone gangbusters the last month. So I thank you for that. So does Dan. And so, well, Dan probably does also because he's one of my best friends. Dave does, obviously. Oh, by the way, while I was there, having Dan and Dave constantly getting their names wrong, it was a colossal pisser. Honestly. It's so hard to, understand, when you look at someone and not say the wrong name, it's hard. Also, Dan's a tall guy, so Dave goes, how do we spot him? It's like, just look for the man bun. He's looking around, you see this man bun, it's like, there he is. He was so easy to find, it was unreal. It's like, just wait for the man bun to come from the heads. Because, to put it in context, I'm 6'1", and between me, Dan and Dave, I'm the shortest. Also, I'm a large person, fat, slight muscle. Dave is not an uncle large person, he's more muscle and fat. And obviously, Dan, you've seen Dan, he's got like a brick shit house. So, it's like, it helps being large people sometimes, that's all I'm saying. Unlike London Gaming Market, there was no issue with people pushing me out the way, very cordial. Leeds as a city by itself was surprisingly nice. I'll get into more of the central part of Leeds in the next episode, the first CEX episode, because that was interesting. But generally speaking, had a fantastic day for the most part. Enjoyed everything for the most part. And would happily do it again. But But the next gaming market for me probably will be Doncaster. I know there's one in London, but I think I mentioned this before. Getting through London is a pain in the ass. Getting to London, the actual city, is not an issue, but getting to certain parts of London just takes too long. Whereas getting to Leeds, once we got to Leeds, it took 10 minutes from the outskirts of Leeds to the car park to where we found it. It's that simple. London's so big, it becomes a colossal pisser. And what shocks me even more about the London gaming market, the building they have it in, and I've been there twice, is so small and so compact compared to Doncaster and Leeds, which was big and was so much more spacious. It is you understand where I'm coming from. So I will look at a gaming market list this year. So anything within a good range that isn't London, I will probably attend. I'm hoping it comes back to Norwich. Obviously, Doncaster, I'm most probably going to attend, about 60% sure right now. Nottingham, I'm hoping Nottingham gets something this year because Nottingham's not that far away from where I live. So that kind of broad spectrum of area, I will attend. It will make things so much easier. But I'm looking, it's looking positive from this collection. Obviously, it goes without saying because I told you I bought 26 games while I was up there, so we've gotten past 1,400. I've got to obviously do the number when we get up, and that's good. Let's just wrap this episode up. Thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe. It's been a fantastic year. Hopefully year 2 is even better. One more thing. And I mentioned this a couple of times, moving aspect. So in the next 2 months, I will be moving properties. Not permanently. Let me explain. So this property I mentioned before, it needs some upgrading. It's an old 1970 bungalow. It needs upgrading. So we're going to go full hog with the upgrade, because if you're going to upgrade something, do it properly. Consequently, doing it properly is going to take months. We already have another property lined up for temporary, living, you know what I mean? It's smaller. It's got 2 floors, but it's smaller. So I seriously doubt I'm going to have all my games on display. I'm probably going to have the majority of them like this. So you probably won't notice, hopefully. But there'll probably be some games going into storage because I literally will not have the room to display them. So I don't know what's going to happen. That's going to happen probably sometime in March or April. So when that happens, obviously I'll put messages on YouTube or Facebook. So there might be a week where I won't, unless I record a shit of episodes, there'll probably be a week where I go silent because I need to move house. And anyone will tell you what it's in the top 3 of most stressful things is moving property. And I've got to do it twice this year. So fuck me. It's going to be painful. But anyway, we're hitting 40 minutes right now. Jesus Christ. Once again, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good evening. We'll see you on the other side, guys. Bye.